I really like Batesville High School. I really like the students. Everybody seems really respectful. And I really like the staff. Everybody's been really welcoming.
Everyone in Batesville, teachers and students, have been very nice and welcoming so far this year.
What I like about Batesville is that the faculty and administration, as well as the students, are all welcoming. I definitely feel like I've been embraced into Batesville.
What I like best about being at Batesville is that I'm from Batesville, so it's really nice to be home.
Batesville High School is the best school in this area.
I like Batesville High School because the kids are great and I enjoy watching them play their sports.
I enjoy being a part of the staff at Batesville High School as well as Batesville Middle School, getting to know a lot of the students.
Lexi who went to Mexico over the summer. So what was it like being in Mexico?
It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I did a lot of activities, so it was pretty fun.
All right, and what part of Mexico did you go to specifically?
I went to Mérida, Mexico. It's at the top of the Yucatan Peninsula, and it is actually the capital of the state of Yucatan.
So they have states like the U.S. does?
Yes, they have 32.
Okay, so what was the weather like there? Was it kind of like the U.S. in any way?
It was unbelievably hot because it's on the Tropic of Cancer, and the sun is super strong. It's just so hot.
So it's near the equator?
Right.
Okay, so did they have any different kind of clothing there?
Well, they have their traditional clothes, which is basically just for shows, but then they also have the regular clothing, which they wear every day, which is very similar to the United States.
So they have like summer clothes and winter clothes?
They basically wear the exact same clothes all year round. It's always like long pants and long shirts, and they're always dressed up when they go outside of the house.
Okay, so they're a little bit more uptight maybe than the U.S. is. Okay. Was there a language barrier while you were there?
Definitely. My Spanish was pretty terrible when I first went down there, so it was almost impossible to understand my host mother and just everybody else.
So they spoke really fast compared to what you've learned?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Did you speak any English while you were down there?
No, part of the program is that you can't speak any English, so.
Did anybody down there speak English at all?
Some people in my family spoke English, but like we obviously couldn't with them.
Oh, okay. So did you feel homesick at all?
Yeah, probably for about the first week, because it's just so different being down there without like your family and not being able to speak the language.
Oh, you said your first week. How many weeks were you actually there?
7.
That's a really long time.
Yeah, but it went quickly.
All right. I can see that, having fun and all that.
Yeah.
What was the biggest experience that you learned from?
I think the biggest thing I learned was how to be more independent, because obviously I'm alone down there and you make your own decisions and you do everything for yourself. But I also learned Spanish. Like, my Spanish was not very good when I went down there, but I think now it's okay.
Okay, so you enjoyed it. That's pretty easy to say. Would you go back again if you were given the chance?
Definitely. Before I went down there, I was a bit weary, and I was like, oh, going to Mexico, like, what am I doing? But then, after all the adventures and everything we went on, I just have a greater appreciation for the country and the people.
Okay. Did you bring back any kind of cool souvenirs for yourself or other people?
I brought back some Mayan calendars, and I brought back a lot of cookies, because they're really good.
So you didn't have any trouble getting them back, like taking everything back?
No.
Okay. How did you actually apply for the program?
Well, right now, in September, it's almost September, they start applying. You can put in an application. Well, it's not really an application, you just have like an intent to take the test. Okay. And you take a language test, which is for German, Spanish, French, and Chinese, but we obviously don't offer French. But you have to be in your 3rd year of Spanish, and so you take your language test, and if you pass it, then they will invite you to do an application. And so you fill out an application, and you turn that back in, and then they can either accept you right then into the program, or you need to have an interview. And I had to have an interview. Most people from Batesville usually have to have an interview. Okay. And so they interview you, and then after that, they'll let you know if you made it into the program or not. But throughout the entire process, you can like email them and be like, like I don't want to do the process anymore. But
Okay.
I would recommend doing it. And
So it's not a stress.
Yeah.
It's not. Okay.
no.
Do you have any advice for anybody who's going to try and maybe do the program?
I would definitely tell anybody who's going to try and do the program to just believe that you can do it and not be too stressed out about it. Because I was pretty stressed when I went into the interview, but it's not that bad, and it's different for everybody. The experience is different for everybody, so you can't just believe what you hear from other people who went on the program.
Okay. So do you have to be a junior? Because you were talking about being in your third year.
Mm-hmm.
So would you have to be a junior, or could you be maybe a sophomore or a senior in your third year? Or are there like age barriers as to
Right.
how?
It's mainly just juniors, but I went down with 1 senior and 2 sophomores.
Okay, so there can be a
Right.
age difference.
Right, but their Spanish programs are a bit different, so
Okay,
I'm
I
not
can
really sure about
understand
here.
that. Well, it was fun talking about this, and I mean, obviously, it's been really exciting for you,
Yeah,
and maybe you can go somewhere else like that'll totally have an impact on you,
I hope
and
so.
you'll be able to use your Spanish.
right.
All right. This has been an interview with Lexi Eiser, who went to Mexico.